Hello. My previous video ended with me preparing the surface grinder for transportation from its former owner's site to mine. That turned out to be far from simple. The machine couldn't be lifted by a crane indoors, and the uneven floor made an already difficult move even harder. But after about 10 hours of heavy work, the machine was finally outside, as you can see now, where it can be lifted by a crane, loaded onto a truck, and taken to its new place. Here, its considerable weight is no longer such an obstacle as it was inside, without a hoist and with the bumpy floor. On an open site, for a 25-ton crane, this is no longer such a difficult load. For quite a while, it stood outside under a tarp and cover. Fortunately, the yard is closed and guarded. It also took time to find a suitable crane and truck. And now, in just a few minutes, the equipment will arrive as agreed. The covers are off, the lifting brackets are installed, and the machine is ready to be loaded. I am waiting anxiously for the equipment to arrive, and I've just received confirmation by phone that they are on their way. Here are the main gates. This is where I keep looking out in expectation. Luckily, the weather is excellent today. Right on schedule, at 12 o'clock sharp, both the crane and the truck arrived together. That's great. Nobody has to wait, especially since I pay the crane by the hour. $30 per hour plus $35 for delivery to the loading and unloading sites. The truck transport for 14 kilometers costs $63. For Ukraine and for me personally, these are not small sums. This is a 25-ton crane, which is very good. Loading and unloading the grinder will be done with minimal risk. Its weight of 6 tons is not a serious load for such a crane. Still, I am nervous, because loading, transporting and unloading are all risky operations. I am meeting both the truck driver and the crane operator for the first time. All previous arrangements were made only by phone, but both of them make a good impression. They look serious and responsible, which reassures me. The crane operator inspects the lifting points of the machine. He must make sure they are reliable. I also paid attention to this, and neither of us has any doubts. I am glad the crane operator has chains for lifting, not cables, which are harder to work with, and hooks of a proper size that fit the pins passed through the machine's base. This is an exciting moment for me, one I've prepared for a long time. The machine is beginning to rise. I should point out, the machine's table should be fixed to the base during transport. Here you see a pin connecting the table to the frame with another pin on the opposite side. They press the table against the guides and prevent any movement during lifting and transport. When editing this video and reviewing the footage, I think I actually felt more positive emotions than during the shoot itself. For me, this was a very thrilling event. At the time, I still doubted if everything would go well, fearing unpredictable situations. After all, this was a large, heavy object, difficult to transport. At the same time, I am deeply grateful to you, my viewers, and to YouTube, which gave me the opportunity to publish these videos. I could never have imagined, when I started a small workshop with just a few metal cutting machines, that a few years later I would be acquiring such serious industrial equipment, and that a machine like this would become part of my projects. Only thanks to your interest, support and activity has such a dramatic turn become possible. At the beginning of this journey, I couldn't even dream of it. Now I understand it was not in vain that more than a year ago I started repairing a similar grinder, without any guarantees that my considerable efforts would pay off. At that time, I wasn't sure I would be able to use it later, since the owner made no firm commitments, only a vague promise of possible cooperation. But taking action, even with doubtful prospects, turned out to be more productive than doing nothing. Events unfolded so that moving forward unexpectedly opened new horizons. And now this heavy, powerful machine is coming to me, where I will return it to working condition and make it a perfectly accurate tool. Right now, I cannot restore a larger machine than this one, since even this is already at the limit of my abilities, and a smaller one would not provide the necessary working area. That is why I am fully satisfied with this purchase and grateful to everyone who helped me before and after it happened. This surface grinding machine is exactly what I need now. No more, no less. My intentions regarding its restoration are extremely serious. With the experience I already have, I am confident I can bring every working surface and assembly to the highest possible precision. Of course, confident only as far as the wartime conditions allow, because they add specific risks. But from the purely technological point of view, I am now well prepared for this task and have everything needed to complete it. It is very important for me that this project has interested you as well. This is a video fragment from my video archive. About a year ago, I was repairing the linear motion guides of the same machine as the one I bought today. And at this moment the truck is already on the way. The road is quite poor, with a loose surface and potholes, so the driver moves slowly while I watch anxiously, hoping my machine will not fall off. Do you recognize this place? I drove here when I was going to inspect the machine before buying it. Only then I was moving in the opposite direction. Those shots were in that earlier video. And now let's return to today's transportation. The crane is already approaching the unloading site. Everyone has arrived, and this is where the grinding machine must be taken off the truck. Here is its new home. There is nothing extraordinary about unloading a grinding machine onto a yard, just as in moving it from one place to another. But still, someone might find it interesting to see how it is done. The scene is unusual indeed. Luckily, the high voltage line runs on the opposite side of the street and does not interfere. And there is enough space for the equipment and the maneuvering. So everything should go without problems. Now it looks simple, lifting it quite high, though it weighs 6 tons, like 4 mid-sized cars, one on each chain, moving it sideways and slowly lowering it into the yard. Yet this was the part that caused me the greatest concern, since it is dangerous. Now the process of acquiring this machine is complete, and as soon as it stands in the yard, I can say the circle is closed. From this moment on, it truly belongs to me, purchased, delivered, and placed where it should be. That alone is enough to feel the importance of the moment. But for me, this is only the beginning. The main thing still lies ahead, the realization of the project. And this is amazing, because what matters is not only that I now have in my hands a surface grinding machine which, after restoration, will be accurate and valuable, useful to me and perhaps my clients. No, the real value is that anyone can follow the entire restoration process step by step, and, if they wish, repeat it themselves. Even without expensive equipment, it is possible. Yes, an autocollimator provides perfect control of straightness up to 30 meters. But for 3-meter guides, like on this machine, a precision spirit level and a steel wire are enough. That is available to anyone with patience and persistence. An old worn-out grinding machine that looks like scrap metal is in fact an excellent blank for creating a top-class tool. If its frame is intact, without cracks or major damage, everything else can be restored, carefully scraping off thin layers of cast iron from the guides. And then, with thoughtful effort, you will get a machine whose accuracy is limited only by the laws of physics. Everything else depends on you. Of course, there are still certain assemblies that need repair, but there are no problems with them either. Everything is fully restorable. So the grinding machine has reached its new place. A new page begins. Do not be confused by the absence of the spindle and its motor. They are here, simply removed and transported separately. The machine is fully complete. Now the grinding machine is in my yard, and I just need to build a foundation for it, a crane beam, and a light, inexpensive but warm workshop. After that, when the crane and the building with the foundation are ready, I will start it and check its geometry. This is best done before the repair, so the restoration can be as effective as possible. Then a full overhaul will follow based on these data and additional measurements. I am glad that the machine has finished this journey, that all the participants completed their part of the work, and that no complications occurred. I was worried about that. For now, the machine is outdoors, covered. Soon I will carry out its preservation. The next tasks are already waiting. I sincerely thank you for your support. Only thanks to the hope of it did I dare to start this project. I hope for favorable circumstances in its realization. Thank you for watching, for your attention to my channel, for likes, comments, and your witty ideas. I really want to see this grinding machine renewed and start working with it as soon as possible. See you soon. Goodbye.